Hello everyone. Today topic is customer profile and how to create customer. So the firstly we will create a customer profile. So why we create a customer profile? The customer profile, the benefit of customer profile is when we create a customer profile, so it's group the customer accounts. Say for example, if you have three types of customer, suppose one is late charge, one is a contract and one is for discount. Okay, so you can create a three customer profile for late charge, discount and contract. So when you define a customer for each of the category, you can link this profile value. So it will be linked to that customer through the profile class. Okay, this is the main purpose of profile class. So you don't need to give the value on the customer level again and again. Just you link the customer profile, okay, based on the customer category. So it will be auto link. So let's go to create customer profile. So we will go to profile class. I will give the customer profile name ABC profile class. Okay, so I have given the customer profile class name. Okay, now here we have three tabs: profile class, late charge profile and profile class amounts. Okay, so first we will define the profile class. So the first thing is the balance forward billing. Okay, so if you are using in AR balance forward billing, then you have to enable this checkbox. Okay, so there is separate setup for balance forward billing to use in AR. So through the balance forward billing, we print the BPA invoices. Okay, so BPA invoices means it will have all the invoices in the current period and summarize from the previous period which are open and receipt details also, so which you can send to the customer through the balance forward billing. So in the balance forward billing there are some setup is required to enable balance forward billing. I will have separate topic for this one, so I will show you how to define balance forward billing and how it's work. Okay, so if you are using balance forward billing, then you have to enable this checkbox and you have to select the bill label, summarize or details, means account and sites. Okay, so account means okay customer account. So if you have the multiple means okay if you have multiple sites in a single customer, so what will happen, all the invoices will be in a one BPA report for that customer. Okay, and if you select site, okay, so it will be on the site level. Say for example, if you have three sites of customer A, B, C, okay, and three sites, A having two invoices and B having three invoices and C having five invoices. It means total invoices are 10 invoices. Okay, so now what will happen when you select the account? Okay, once you done the balance forward billing setup, okay, for this one I will upload one video how to use balance forward billing and how it's work. Okay, and which organization balance forward billing will be fit to use. Okay, so now what will happen when you select account? Okay, so we have three sites in one account. So what will happen in one BPA? It will show all the transaction under the three sites. So it will show the 10 transaction for three sites. If we select site, so what will happen, only for site, suppose one site if it is linked to the customer balance for billing, okay, so it will print only two invoices for site A. Okay, so like side by side it will work. Okay, so this is the use of the bill label. I will go in more detail, okay, with example. Type is summary, detail, or imported. Okay, so normally, okay, we use detail. Okay, in detail, what happen in detail, it will show like all the transaction, the details. Okay, with the receipt allocated, open transaction, and the previous also. Okay, now we go to the payment terms. Okay, the payment terms normally we give like based on the means default payment term. Okay, sometime like we have decided, okay, for this customer profile we will use a payment term like 30, for other we will use like 15, and if you are using balance forward billing, so we have a separate payment terms for the balance forward billing which is linked to the balance forward billing cycle. Okay, so there is a setup, we link this payment term. Okay, so if you are not using balance for billing cycle, so we can give, okay, by default is any payment terms. So let me disable this one. 30 net. Okay, allow discount if you want to give the discount. Okay, if the customer pay within a 30 days, then you want to give discount or not. If you want to give discount, so what percent you want to give discount, so that percent will be calculated and will reduce from the invoice amount. Okay, so I will do uncheck, and I will have separate okay, video how payment terms is work, and how discount is enabled on the payment terms. So for now I'm just giving overview of the customer profiles, not going in details for all the topic because each topic have separate meaning, because okay, it's AR, it's so many topics, very big. Okay, override terms, so you can overwrite the terms also on the customer level, invoice level. Okay, discount grace speed, discount grade days. Okay, if you want to give the days for discount grace, okay, so you can give, yeah, but you have to enable allow discount. Okay, then it will be enabled. Okay, otherwise it will be disappear. Now the collector, if you are using the advanced collection module, okay, so you have to give the collector, even if you are not using the advanced collection module, so they, oh, this is a mandatory field. Okay, so I'm saying account manager. Okay, the other things I'm not giving, okay, because I'm not using advanced collection. So if I am using the advanced collection, then this having the meaning classification, okay, periodic review cycle, analyst tolerance, all these things. Okay, now invoicing, text printing. Okay, so on invoice text printing, how you want. Okay, itemized and some itemized text, itemized with recap summarized by text name, some text, total text only. Okay, so for now we can leave null the text printing. Okay, so this is a grouping rule. Okay, if you want to grouping your invoices, so you can use these rules. Okay, normally this is used for the auto invoice. Okay, so which is used for group the revenue and credit transaction into invoice. Okay, okay, so this is used for the auto invoices. This is a statement and dunning. Okay, so normally what happen in our organization, we send the statements and the dunning letter to the customer. So statements, it's like a customer statements, so which having the details of your ER invoices. Okay, and it's up to you. You want to customize your statement, you want to have separate template for customer statement, which will have the open invoices, the due date, and all these things. Okay, okay. And same for the dunning letter. Okay, dunning letter also, like if the due date is crossed, okay, and customer didn't pay yet, so you want to send a dunning or dunning letter 1 2, right? It's like some uh, legal legal things, okay, you can do through the dunning letter. It means, okay, you are giving the warning to customer, okay, okay, you have to pay this one, okay, and then, okay, later if you don't pay, then in the second dunning, okay, you will say, okay, we will take the legal action, or blah blah blah, so many things. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, so which one you want to select? Suppose I'm not sending dunning and send credit balance. Okay, so in statement we have a cycle for statement. Okay, like statement we want to send like weekly, monthly, or how. So we have to set up for statement cycle. Okay, if we are set up, if we are doing for monthly setup, then we have to set up a cycle for monthly and then select like uh, monthly here. Okay, so this is a receipt, match receipt file. Yes, I'm saying transaction number. Okay, AutoCAS rule set. For AutoCAS rule set also, I will have a separate video for this one. So how the quick post receipt is like process. Okay, so normally this AutoCAS rule set is used when you have interface, okay, to create a receipt, or you are using the lockbox. Okay, so lockbox is very interesting topic. I will upload the lockbox uh, video very soon. Okay, so that's why I always ask to subscribe my channel to get new updated video. Okay, so auto receipt including disputed item. So I will uncheck this one. Now the second tab is late charge profile. Okay, so late charge, we will enable late charge when we are using the late charge for interest invoice. Okay, so for the late charge, we have different type of setup to enable this one. So how late charge should be calculated on the customer level. So this, as I given the example before, okay, we have three type of class, right? One is for late charge, one is for discount, and one is for like a contract customer. Okay, so if you have late charge class, so we can enable this one, the enable late charge, okay, on the class, and we can link this class to the late charge customer. So which means whenever customer due date is scrolled, then late charge will be calculated. Late charge means, for example, if the customer didn't pay within 30 days, we have given the 30 days time to customer. If customer didn't pay the 30 days, so in the 30 days, once the 30 days scroll, then 10% should be calculated. Now it's depend on you how you want to calculate. Okay, in the setup you have to enable things like, okay, you want to calculate, okay, device, and and you want to calculate when you will means receive the receipt, or you want to generate the late charge invoice also, then you will send separately. So this is like, okay, different type of process, okay, in this kind of late charge. I will upload a separate video for the late charge also. Okay, okay, so this is a calculation for late charge, how you want to calculate the late charge. So I will tell you each of the meaning, like every daily balance and late payment only, only overdue transaction and late payment. Okay, so additional charge and reduction. Okay, credit item and disputed item. So this you want to like okay reduce through the late charge. Okay, you don't want to consider because there are some transaction which is disputed transaction. Okay, so you don't want to include in the late charge. So means okay you can specify which are the transactions you want to include for the late charge, and late charge is not handling from here also. It's just we are giving the default value here on the customer profile to link with the customer. Okay, so we have a setups also to on which transaction type we have to enable the late charge and which are the customers, okay, which we have to link late charge and we have to enable late charge. Okay, okay, so this is a means if you are using the late charge then you have to enable the late charge, otherwise. And this is a profile class amount. Okay, so if you are dealing with one customer with different currency, so you have to give the limits for in that currency for that customer. Okay, suppose credit limit, each customer having the credit limits. Okay, suppose if I say 50,000. Okay, 50,000 is a customer limit, so it means till 50,000 I can book the invoices. Okay, this is the credit limit of customer. Okay, so minimum receipt amount. So minimum receipt amount I say okay it should be minimum $1. Okay, minimum statement amount 1. Okay, so it means below 1 statement will not be generated and should not send to the customer. Exchange rate type, if I give the exchange rate type here like corporate or user whatever. Okay, these are the tolerance. Okay, so if you want to give the minimum customer balance tolerance or these things, so you can give here. Now I will save the customer profile. I will save the customer profile. Now customer profile is saved. Now I will link to the customer. So for linking the customer, I will create a first one customer. So go to customer to create a new customer. Okay, organization name. Organization name is a customer name. ABC ABC customer. Aliases. If you have aliases, so you can give the customer aliases. Okay. So what other information we have to give on the customer level? I think experience guys they know it's like we have account and we have sites, right? So accounts means it's like a means customer account. So customer account having the sites, it can be multiple sites. Okay, in the sites we have ship to and bill to. On which site we want to generate the invoice. Okay, so means on the shipping side or bill to side. So this like okay community decision, okay, on which level we have to create a site. Okay, so now you can see here is profile class. Why default it's coming as a default. Okay, so what I will do, I will choose my class which I have given, ABC profile class. I will select this one. When I will select this one, so what happen, all the information default which I have given on the ABC profile class, it will be defaulted on the customer level also. Here's a customer address. I will give the customer address. Okay, I have given the customer. Okay, this is your operating unit here, and if you have category for customer, you can select the category. Okay, so here's the here's the purpose. Okay, so build to, ship to, Troy, sold to. There's so many sites. Normally we will use build to or ship to. So I'm saying like, okay, I will select the only build to and select primary because this is my primary site. Okay, I can also add others. Okay, but I want to say only, okay, I will use only build to. So I will click on save and add details. Okay, so now you can see this is a account level. This one is account level. This is site level. If you go site, you can create multiple site for this customer account. Okay, it's like a header, means customer header. Okay, so if any information is missing on the site level, it will pick from the customer account level. So let's check on the customer account level. See, this is account profile value. Okay, okay, profile amount, payment details. See, the profile class here is default, and we will select our profile class also here. Yes. Okay. Now you can see all information collected. We have select account manager. Okay, and 30 net, the payment term, match received by transaction number, automatic cash receipts, cash rule set is standard. All these information which we have given on the account profile is coming here. Okay. Now I will go through details. On the details, you can see the customer address. This is a business purpose. Okay. So this is the location and the business purpose. If you go in the details, so here are accounts, the receivable, revenue, tax account. So you can give all these accounts here. If you have selected auto accounting from the customer side, so it will pick the accounts from the customer side. Okay, so this is a salesperson. So if you have defined the salesperson, so you can link the salesperson here on the site level. So these all are the details. These are optional. So based on your requirement, you can use all these details. Okay. This is communication. So this is a communication detail. So here we give the contact details of customer. So if we want to contact to customer for any other information or for any payments, so we can go on the customer side level and we can check, okay, who is the contact person which we have to contact to them. Okay, so let me create one contact. Email, say, so these are the phone number details. Okay, all the contact details, so you can enter the contact details of the contact person and address. I will give the address here. City, postal code. Okay, so I have given the contact details, contact information. Here is contact roles. Okay, so what is the role of this contact person? So you can add, okay, this one: acknowledgement, legal, dunning, droid, deliver to, able to. These all are the contact roles. So I'm not giving the contact roles. Just I have given contact information and then click apply. Okay, so now customer contact is created. Account site email, account site URL. So if you have these detailed account site emails of primary purpose, okay, and the URL, so you can give these details. And payment details. Let's go to payment details. So this is a receipt method. Okay, so if you want to link this receipt method, normally this receipt method is used if your customer is always paid through the check, so you can add the check receipt method here. Okay, so okay, so what will happen uh, if you don't give it, it not going any impact. Okay, this is normally used for the like bills receivable. Okay, because in bills receivable, okay, as you know, I'm not sure all are aware with the like bills receivable process. So in the bills receivable, okay, normally what happen, uh, we have agreed with the banks, okay, in the customer agreed with the banks that whatever invoice is coming through the uh, my organization, okay, so bank will pay, okay, we have on the customer approval, because this is an agreement with customer and bank and business also, that customer is giving the authorization to bank whatever invoices comes to take the receipt, we take the amount, so directly pay to this organization. Okay, so I have to do the setup also bills receivable, so I will generate the invoices and I will create the receipt, okay, so which will be created through the bills receivable. Okay, so in the bills receivable, whatever receipt method I have given here, okay, so it will be paid in the file, okay, and here I will give the like uh, bank account details of the customer. Okay, so what is bank account number, bank name, currency, all these details. Okay, so so same setup we have to do for direct debit authorization. Okay, DDA. This is also one functionality of Oracle. So how direct debit is works. Okay, so this is like similar with the bills receivable, but the purpose and the process are different. Okay, so I will also upload the separate video for bills receivable, direct debit authorization, how it's work, and what is the use and purpose of this thing. Okay, so I'm not going to add receipt method now. Okay, this is a profile option. Do you want to create new profile option, or I don't want to create? Okay, profile amount. No. And this is for late charge. So late charge, because these all things are linked links with each one. Okay, so profile amount and late charge. Okay, so that's why if we want to create new one, okay, then fine, otherwise okay, we will leave it this one, because we have already defined or link the profile class on the account level. Now I will do apply. Okay, this is a customer account number, so I can recheck again. Account number. Okay. So you can see our customer is created, ABC customer, and we can go to details. If you already register sites. Okay. Okay, so this is the overall process how to create a customer profile and how to link customer profile with the customer. So I hope the concept is clear for you. If you have any query and questions, please ask in the comment box and I will try to give you answer. And don't forget to subscribe my channel to get updated video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.